Yes, it is Easter, Resurrection Sunday. But I'm still going in, so Lord forgive me. Hey, what's up and hello? This is Thee Krys Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And this is my review on Grown and Gospel. I'm going to talk about episodes 1 through 4, but I'm mainly going to give my breakdown on the cast members. Child, on Easter Sunday, I know, but hey, at the end of the day, you on TV. We have every right to give our opinions, okay? So let's get started. This takes place in Detroit. And Detroit is known for music royalty, period, especially black music. Motown was founded there. And yes, most of the gospel greats come from Detroit. And a lot of the children on this show are of course, kids of these gospel legends. Interesting enough, though, one huge gospel family, their children are not on this show. The Winans, BB and CC Winans. Yeah, they're not on this show, and I don't blame them because we clearly know with the Carlos King production, things are going to get real messy and real good, okay? So first we start off with Elijah, and we see his crusty feet before he gets in the tub. Elijah is a hot mess. But I will say this. I appreciate his honesty about what he wants to do. He wants to create secular music. And I think a lot of the people on this show would prefer secular music, but are afraid of the judgment that they will receive from the family and church. So I appreciate that he's willing to, live his truth. I want to know how he makes his money, though, because he comes off like he spends money like it's water. He claims being poor is a mindset, but you have to be smart with your money. I'm sorry. You just can't spend it on everything. You have to be smart. He is so over the top and extra, but I don't know if that's really him or when the cameras come on, he turns it up like by 1,000. He definitely knows how to sell drama. And I think that's what he's doing at this point, selling drama. And so I don't really know what to think of him besides that he is just the character. And I can't even say cast member. He's a character. He's just there to bring the drama and bring the extraness that I guess that the show needs. So next we have Nikki, who is a Clark sister baby. She is their tour manager also for her mom and her famous aunts. I like Nikki. She seems, realistic, logical. She seems grounded. She definitely has lived her life, honey, because she got a man in prison. Okay, she said she loved the street guys, so I respect that she was honest about the type of guys that she likes. I think she's real sweet, and her hubby literally planning her 40th birthday party from jail was so sweet. However, I am curious as to how he upgraded that ring from prison. How you upgrade that ring, sir? I mean, I know it's none of my business, but at the same time, you are on national television, so it kind of is my business at this point. But yeah, how did you upgrade that ring? Unless it's just for a storyline, but still suspect to me. You know what I'm saying? Next, we have Bree, who is the daughter of Fred Hammond. And if you grew up in the church, everybody know who Fred Hammond is, okay? I like Bree. I really do. And her storyline to me is the most authentic. Her parents divorced when she was a teenager, and based on what they're trying to say on the show is that once her parents divorced, her father pretty much didn't financially or emotionally provide for her and her brother. I'm curious to see if he's going to mention or say anything about that. But whatever happened, Bree is deeply scarred, by whatever happened or did not happen between her and her father. Child, she had to strip. She was a stripper, okay? So you know things got bad for her. How are you Fred Hammond's daughter and you have to strip to make it financially? Like, how was that even possible? But okay, hopefully we get more about that storyline later. I like Bree because I feel Bree is very humble. I feel that she actually is the only one who really isn't using her father's name anymore. As much as they're trying to say that, you know, she's still riding on her father's coattails or whatever the case may be, they're saying that she's constantly blaming her father. I don't think that's the case. I think she's still scarred from it. She hasn't healed from it. She definitely may need to seek some counseling about it. But I think she knows who she is as an individual way more than the other cast members. Because at the end of the day, Jay Brooks, Tasha, Elijah, and Nikki were at Coney Island, and they were complaining or talking about how, you know, she's still using her father's situation as a crutch. And even in another scene, Tasha said, look, we have our we had our parents' success, you know, there, but we did a lot of stuff on our own. Okay, look, if that is her testimony, that's her testimony. Leave her alone. And at the same time, there's a difference between doing stuff on your own with the support of your family versus not having that support. And what they fail to mention is while you did stuff on your own, even when you were effing up in the streets doing God knows what, your parents, the famous one and the other parent, or if you had both of your parents were famous, they still were your backbone and still there to support you even through your drama. Clearly Bree didn't have that. So back off of her. Like I didn't understand that. But again, that's church folks real quick to judge and run their mouth about what you should and should not do when they need to worry about everything that's going on in their world. So yeah, so with that, I like Bree. I like the fact that she's telling her story. I did I did laugh when Elijah put those boots in the trash, like he was gonna throw them out, and she just started crying. I'm sorry. I laughed. I thought at first she was joking, but she was serious. I laughed, and I feel like because she started crying, that made Elijah feel like he can mess with her more. See, Elijah and Tasha give me those vibes, and I'll get on Tasha later, honey. They give me those vibes like they like to bully people that they know won't fight back. I felt like she could have easily just said, you know, check him. Like, don't throw away my boots. Who do you think you are? X, Y, and Z. Checked them and kept it moving. But the fact that she cried, I felt like he saw that more as a reason to mess with her, as, you know, she was prey to him at that point. So, but yeah, everyone isn't a label whore, Elijah and Tasha. Everyone isn't a label whore. And just because you're a label whore doesn't mean you can dress. Because in my personal opinion, Elijah can't dress. Just because you have on a label doesn't mean you can dress. Just because you have on a fur doesn't mean you can dress. Okay? And another thing, I like Bree's look. She's rocking the short natural hair with the blonde hair. She looks beautiful, Elijah. Every woman doesn't need to have weave down their back and their breasts pushed up to be sexy or to be attractive. And I think Bree understands that. And Bree is going to have to stand her ground with these folks because they will try to turn her into what they want her to be versus who she wants to be. And honestly, Elijah and Tasha, as much as they talk all of this mess, I feel like both of them are very, very insecure people. That's why they hide behind labels and running their mouth. So next we get to Jay Brooks. And I like that brother. I like him. I feel like right now though, him, how can I say it? I feel like Jay Brooks and Nikki are like literally the friends of the main cast. They haven't really brought anything yet. They're like the mediator when it comes to the other cast members. He does seem humble, and from my understanding, he's extremely talented, a talented producer. But you know, sometimes he can be messy and shady, just like Nikki, and play both sides of the fence. But as of right now, I don't know what makes him tick or whatever the case may be. He's not relatable to me yet. Right now, that's Bree sticking out to me because, again, I can almost guarantee you Bree is more relatable than everyone on this cast because she is someone who literally had to struggle. So she's the underdog, and everyone loves an underdog, not these spoiled, entitled PK kids, preacher's kids, or gospel music kids. Child, and next we have Tasha. What's up with the name Tasha? Like, right now, that name scares me. Tasha, it just seems like a name that you just don't want to name your daughter at this point because we have definitely seen a lot of nonsense with Tasha's lately. Tasha is another judgmental church chick who shouldn't judge anyone with the past that she has and the present that she has, currently what she's going through. Especially seeing that scene between her and her husband, child, who looked like he was so disgusted by her, like he wasn't attracted to her at all. And then we find out in that scene that she cheated on him. So I'm just like, what is the point of you getting married? Like, this is what, like your second, third marriage, you said, or something like that? Just don't be married if you're gonna do that. But with that being said, she gives me vibes that hurt people. And she comes off as if sex will cure all in a relationship. And that's a problem. She's another one who needs counseling. And of course, she just tries to judge people and not focus on herself, but she needs counseling. Because one thing I do not like about her is that she comes off fake as hell, that nice, nasty vibe. Because in one scene, she was saying that Bree looked like she was Salvation Army-ish. And then literally it cut to the next scene where she's telling Bree that she looks amazing at Nikki's party. Child, fake as hell. Fake as hell. I can't do that passive aggressive stuff, but that's church folks. So with that being said, she's another one who comes hard on Bree. And I think, again, it's because of, like I said earlier, her insecurities. And she's another one who can't dress, in my opinion. First of all, one scene when they were at the furniture store, she had on a fur coat, some jean overalls, and some knee-high boots. Girl, where is that fashion at all? Like, who told you that was cute to rock? See, again, just because you got a fur coat on and maybe a designer bag does not make you fashion forward. It wasn't cute. You looked crazy. And then your hair. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe she said she went to hair school. She was a beautician, honey, because that looked like a basement hairdo. You know, like back in the day when you possibly was struggling and you paid $10 or $15 for someone to crochet your hair. As long as you brought the hair, they only charge you $10, $15. That's what that hairdo gave. Tasha, please stay in your lane and focus on yourself because you cannot come at Bree at all whatsoever. I don't know about Tasha right now. Like, she kind of redeemed herself when she apologized to Shayna in episode 4, but I'm just not impressed with her yet. And I hate that because I love to support my thick girls, my thickums, but I don't know what to think about her yet, but we shall see. But right now I'm side-eyeing Tasha. Child, Tasha, you got some work to do, boo, and you really need to focus on yourself because you live in a glass house, boo. Don't talk about no one else. Focus on you. Next, we have Shayna, and I like Shayna. She's a wife, a mother, a businesswoman. You know, and the only problem is her storyline seems to be the drama with Tasha. But now that in episode 4, Tasha apologized to Shayna, I'm wondering what Shayna's storyline is going to be this season. Yeah. Apparently, Tasha said that her husband claimed that Shayna was talking about Tasha's husband or some drama, some he said, she said drama, but Tasha's husband came back to her with the nonsense and said Shayna was talking mess about him. And so with that, Tasha at that point wanted to be extremely passive aggressive, getting Nikki involved to, I guess, you know, be the mediator or whatever the case may be. Child, stay out of their drama. And I think she realized that in episode 4. But with that, you already know you have issues with your husband. So at the end of the day, I didn't understand that sit down because it was just so petty and so childish. If you don't believe her, fine. You either move on and be her friend or you don't. But I wouldn't take my husband's word that I'm having issues with about this stupid situation. Now, if he would have came to Tasha about something that she knows she only said to Shayna, then that would be a situation. But other than that, I felt like what Shayna said. Tasha is lashing out at everyone else except her husband and her husband's relationship with her. Like, she needs to focus on herself and focus on her failed marriage. It's just bottom line. So with that being said, I mean, so far so good in season 1. It is a Carlos King production, so you know it's definitely going to get good. But yeah, I mean, these are church folks. What can I say? This is your typical church family. I'm sorry, but I always said the biggest hypocrites are the people in church. So give me your comments below. What do you think about the cast members? Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Peace.